Welcome to Roxtalks, the podcast that helps network marketers grow their business on social media. And this month, the month of June, is all about the amazing network marketers that I have the pleasure of working with in social stories. You get to hear case studies. You get to hear a little bit about their story, their journey when it comes to network marketing. And I think you're going to find through this some aha moments, some relatability, and some understanding on how you can build your business. So today we're talking to Rochelle Suggs, and she's going to intro herself in a moment. But let me just tell you, I met Rochelle Suggs through a network marketing company we were both in. And I met her because, you think about everything in life prepares you for something in the future. Once upon a time, when I was at this network marketing company, I found that I really loved helping other people grow their business. What a concept. And so as a result, I was helping a group of network marketers learn how to build their business more. And she was in this group. We had our own Facebook group. We were not sideline sisters. It was people that, you meet people. I mean, we weren't sideline, upline, downline, but I didn't care. I wanted them to do well. And so we met through that, and she listened to the things I was sharing and teaching, and she ended up rocking it. This accountability group, and had great success. So it was always fun to watch her grow and see her come along. And through that, we developed a friendship. And as when social stories came around, Ro was one of the first people to join the 5-day Instagram stories challenge that led to social stories. And she's been with me in this community for almost 2 years. 2 years? Yeah. This is a month of it's our anniversary month. Wow. But in addition to that, or right around now, when this is not when it's recorded, but when you listen to it. But what's also interesting is that she has become, in a lot of ways, just such an important part of the community, cheering others on, being a rock, inspiring others in such a great way. So I'd love for you to hear from her today and learn a little bit about her journey in network marketing. So let's take a listen. Suggs, or as we should call you, Rochelle Suggs. It is so good to have you at last on the podcast. How are you feeling today?
I am feeling fantastic, Roxanne, and thank you for having me today. Oh my goodness, what a beautiful day it is in the Ville.
Well, it was just a matter of time. I was like, it's happening. She will be on the podcast, just a matter of the when, not the will. It's so good to have you here because, little known fact, Ro and I have known each other since before social stories was a thing, before Roxtalks was a podcast about network marketing. Rochelle Suggs and I knew each other, although we've never actually physically met in person.
We haven't. We have
Yet. Yet.
Great.
And I have to thank you, Ro, because when I was starting this business, when I was starting social stories, you dove in without any hesitation and did the 5-day challenge, and you were all about it. And I appreciate that, and does not go unnoticed from me. So thank you for that.
It was my pleasure. May I just say this to you? Yes, everyone, I've known Roxanne for a while. I was so anticipating seeing her in Nashville in 2019. And I was thinking, like, where is she? I look for her. But I know. You had bigger plans, and I love it.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And when we see her, it'll be even better. So how long have you been in network marketing, and what company you're with? Tell us.
I have been in network marketing 5 years this past January. I am a skincare consultant with Rodan & Fields.
Mm-hmm.
I live in Nashville, Tennessee. I cannot believe this year I will be married for 49 years.
Wow. Congrats.
Adult daughter that's 45 and grandson. And it's just, you know what? I've been retired 7 years this July.
Wow.
Amazing journey in my life. It was something that I needed to do.
So you retired almost 7 years ago. What made you decide had you done network marketing before then?
I have never done network marketing before, Roxanne, but what I always have done was to refer people to people that I knew that they could trust, did a good job. And my other profession was just making sure things were in order with finances. And so when the opportunity presented itself to me, I was in denial of doing it because I had friends that, girl, you would be fantastic. I didn't want to hear that. I wanted to hear what I felt I would be able to do to help other people. That's what I had done in my prior life when I worked in the school system.
Nice. And so you did it, and you're still here. You're still going strong. And I love that. I find that there are a lot of people who find network marketing at the stage in their life where they've had the kids. The kids are not in the house anymore. They've retired, or they have more time on their hands to pick up some type of something that's going to give them identity, purpose, community in their second act, to take Wendy Craig's phrase. And so I love that this is how you found it. How's it been? Are you enjoying it?
I enjoy it. Let me just say this. My girlfriend, who was in real estate, actually, she was the one that told me, you need to find something, because I was getting bored. And she knew someone that was in skincare. She said, what do you want to do? Well, I was thinking about going back part time working for the school system. And it's like, no, I've done 41 years of that. Who wants to do that? And I was a pioneer in that when you think back 41 years when I started that. And I knew that there was going to be some struggles to decide. My husband had what he wanted to do. And the thing that I kept thinking about, I didn't have an identity. I was the auditor. Okay. I was my husband's wife. I was my daughter's mom. I was my grandson's granny. But what about role?
Yeah.
So when my girlfriend said, well, you can decorate. No, I'm going to do all that. I wanted to do something completely different. And this is kind of like a curve. I didn't see myself the way other people saw, and most of us don't. The reason I didn't see it, Roxanne, is because I was having problems with my eyes. So I had to put a pause on a lot of things and get my eyes in order. And then when I was able to see Rochelle as Rochelle, I was like, oh my goodness. Ignored the invites and messages and those long videos, all that. And when I looked, it's like, oh no, what I'm doing is so wrong. And I
For your
know,
skin, you're saying.
yes, it was
Uh-huh.
with my skin.
Mhm.
And when I saw that I was using, and this is the truth, concealer like war paint, I was good at that. Okay. I was camouflaging all imperfections that I thought. I even got my little kid out one day looking at TV. And I'm going to be honest with you. I was looking at these soap operas, crying on a soap opera because somebody died. I was getting too personal,
Uh-huh.
involved in soap operas.
Uh-huh.
You know what, Rochelle, you need to take a look at yourself and find out what you need to do that you enjoy.
And that's
And
how you started.
that's how I started.
Okay, so you start your network marketing company, you're doing it. Why are you still here?
The reason I'm is really due to the community, some friends. I have really been able to help others. I
Mhm.
have been able to meet people that brought me further out, you being one, out of my, being uncomfortable. I
Mhm.
have learned some new skills. It's not all about, as people say, leveling up and getting this. It's been a lot. And I have been able to say, I've had some fun. And that's one thing I can say. I'm not bored, and I'm enjoying my journey, and I'm
Yeah,
having fun.
I love that. I love that. That's amazing. And it's the things that I think as network marketers, we don't actually share with people when you talk about joining the business. All those like, they're not necessarily quantifiable in the way where, oh, you're going to make this much money, or you could do but they're so much more valuable in a lot of ways.
Yes, I was having a missing piece after, like I said, the identity and bonding and connecting with people. And I love having conversations. So most of the time, I'll be honest with you, Roxanne, what I was going to say is that when they tell me that they have a dog, they have this, I'm writing down, because when we talk the next time, it will be about what they share with me. We have conversations. And I'll be honest with you, that helps me gain customers that are still with me to this day.
Listen, you're an amazing customer. I mean, amazing with customers, with business, all of it is fantastic. Tell me what Social Stories has done, or how it's changed how you go about doing your network marketing business.
I don't find myself going down the rabbit, chasing the squirrel. Somebody told me about, girl, what are you doing? Social Stories have taught me, you tell a story. There's a beginning, a middle, and end. You involve people. in the story that you're sharing. You engage with others. You don't have to talk about quote quote your business. People want to know about you, and through that they can find real person and social story.
I love that. That's awesome. And that's huge. I mean, it seems so easy, but that journey of even learning that takes time because you have to unlearn so many things you've been taught in your network marketing company.
Yes, Roxanne, to be frankly honest with you, some days I have to, what are you doing? Because you find yourself easing back into some old habits.
Mhm.
Like, I can't do that today. I'm done. Just let it settle there.
Mhm.
And be honest with you, learning that some other people may follow you and see something that you posted several years ago. It's like, it's kind of embarrassing. It's cut and paste. That doesn't sound like you. So what are you doing? I've learned to sound like Rochelle. No
Yeah.
one.
I love that. That's so good. You said one day when we were doing because you're not only in social stories, but you're an elite. So we do one-on-one coaching calls together. And I remember you said, and I jotted it down, that social stories has given you confidence.
It has. There are days that I have to talk to Rochelle and say, "Go. It's not about you. It's about helping someone else." So when I say that, I said it earlier that I love to help someone else. I take myself out of the equation and realize, share some nuggets, just like when I share a recipe or tell somebody, no, you didn't do that right. Let's take it slower. That's what it's doing. So just being yourself. And if you make mistakes, fine. Life is full of mistakes.
Mhm.
And the confidence will come, not arrogance. There's a difference. Confidence of, this is who I am. Accept me as I am, and we can have fun, getting better. That's it.
I'm curious because it would be weird for me to not recognize that we're sitting here talking to African Americans. How has it been being a minority in your network marketing company? I mean, by far, it's not the masses.
I am so glad you asked. When I first started, I was the first African American on the team. I went in there with determination to do what they said they was going to do: share, help people. And I was getting customers left and right. I mean, and I didn't have a team. I was a customer based person. And the people that have been around for a while, my sales volume was more than theirs.
Mhm.
And get I didn't have to I didn't have to get all that because I was getting that from my friends. So the other women that didn't look like Ro, they was like, I could sense jealousy. And I'm gonna be frankly honest with you, I talked to my sponsor about it. When you go to their homes to event, you take somebody, it was like you can cut the the air with a knife. And I knew it. Oh, I didn't see that. I said, you're not me. I said, and I'm old enough to recognize because I was a pioneer in the prior job that I had. I said, I know exactly how uncomfortable they feel. I said, but I'm going to make some people that I want comfortable. We had conversations back 5 years ago before all this stuff that's starting now. And I pulled back from a few people because I knew that I could not change them. I just knew that they need to stay where they are. Maybe they will grow eventually.
Mhm.
Being an African American, I had to tell some people to stop asking me to talk to your African American customer. I
Oh,
really,
yeah. Yeah.
good Rochelle, would you talk? No, you're not talking to my Caucasian customers. I said, so why should I? Well, I said, what part of the product that you don't understand? And I'll tell you that. I said, but I'll tell you something that you can write in your notes and don't ask me to talk to them. You talk to them. Change your pillowcases. Wash your face every day. And that product does. I said, you'll get them. But I said, no, I don't, no. So it was kind of hard to this day. I'm gonna be frankly honest with you. Some of them still kind of withdrawn because I'm gonna be honest with you, Roxanne. I'm kind of direct. I try to have a gentle touch, loving touch to let them know that I care. But when we have a conversation about some of the products that came out, I didn't like.
Mhm.
And well, you put it up. No, you will not see Rochelle with a black face. And I'm just going to say that. The product may work, but you won't see me posting that on social media.
Yeah. That was a hard time. And like you say that, and I noticed that my body language is like getting, because I am still triggered by the blackface mask fiasco that happened with that company
Mhm.
and the lack of compassion
Yes.
that, still to this day, I'm like,
Still to this day. And I have had some to actually call me, and we've had some wonderful conversations, and they understand. It's just like me telling them about a recipe that we have cooked forever in the African American culture. It's the way it is. And once you get to understand why, you can come up with a resolution to go forward. But you
mhm,
gotta, you need to, and that's the word, you should want to. You really should try to want to understand.
yeah. Has it gotten any better?
For me, it has gotten better since, with the pandemic and everything, but there are some people that have sideline messaged me. We call on the telephone that we bonded. Okay. The others for me, they're still growing, and I know that, but they're
Yeah.
gonna be fine.
Mhm. It's their journey. They're still growing. Um, and you're still a delightful row, and that's just the way that it is.
Thank you, Roxanne. I really do appreciate you saying that. But this too shall pass, and if it doesn't, give me another opportunity later, if I'm available, to talk to them if they want to talk.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, they're lucky to have you as someone who's willing to have those conversations, to meet them in the middle and have those conversations.
Well, social stories have opened up, and may I say this? I like to inject this. I've met some wonderful women in social stories that have done a lot of things in their business, and from what they've shared, allowed me to say, you know what? They want to have private conversations, and we've talked. And they have amazed me with embracing what I felt, what I've gone through in my lifetime, being will soon be 69, and what they're in their 40s and 50s. We have, and I'm going to say this helped me not to get over that stuff.
Uh,
It really did help.
so social stories helped you get over the hurt from your network marketing company.
Yes, because last year, we really bonded
Mhm.
through social stories. Okay. And social stories really helped me bond back with us sharing. We build relationship and the members in that. Because last year when we paused, I was away from the team of women that I sensed jealousy. And now that we're coming back, we are having private conversations where we miss each other.
Mm,
And I think that pause really and truly helped some people see their wrong. It allowed me to see my wrong and allowed me to see my right. So now
time.
I'm better.
That's awesome. Time can heal those wounds, and I'm glad that Social Stories was able to be a place where you could still have community and be in a non-judgmental area
Right.
while before returning to or bonding back with your
Yeah.
members. Yeah, I think that's one of the great things about Social Stories, because you are not the people in there are not dependent on you for their business or vice versa. It's just women who have a desire, and men who have a desire to grow their business, and get community and do that and figure out the social media thing together. It's been really exciting to see that grow.
Fine. I mean, I really have. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. There are some times it's like, and I hope I can say this, we allow trying to be perfect to kind of come into it. And I find I'm enjoying making mistakes when
Heck yes.
I was like, where did I put that?
Because none of us are perfect, right? But I get that. It's like you want to be the best at it. But really it's trial and error, and it's being authentically you. What would you say is the biggest thing you learned that you like the biggest aha you've had about social media through your journey with social stories?
Um, you know what? The aha was, and you're not going to believe this. When I got my Facebook social stories, that's where I was first started, of course. Invite. It took me a year before I accepted. Okay, so when I start to accept it, and the journey from then to now, 10 years ago to now, the biggest thing that I can say about learning social stories is that you have to know that everything that you see out there is not true.
Mm.
We put the pretty out there. We put things out there to make people think, oh, she's having or he's having such a wonderful life. And it's not like that. That's not real. I don't make sure everything's in order when I show my kitchen and whatever, whatever. But this is not real. And that's why I've learned from that part. And that's not negative. I hope anyone don't take it that way. It's just that don't get so caught up with what you see posted on social media.
Yeah.
People tell you what they want you to hear, and they share what they want you to see. And it took me a minute to get there. It's like, she going there, she doing. Yeah, right.
It's one of the reasons that I don't, and it makes my family cringe. But I'm wearing makeup now because I'm wearing it for you. Um, but when I do my live videos, I'll get off the Peloton sweating and my hair is looking a mess and I do a video because I want you to realize that you don't have to look and be perfect to use social media to grow your business. And you know what? That might turn some people off from me. They might be like, gosh, your hair's a mess. I'm not going to listen to her. I'm sure that's the case, but I'm not for everyone. See how that works?
Yes, because today I posted, it's Tip Tuesday. I had put on my mask and realized I just took a picture and I posted. Oh, today is Tip Tuesday. I forgot to share my tip, right?
Mhm.
And I kept thinking, Roxanne told us you don't have to look perfect. Now you will see me with my earrings on. You will see me with my sunglasses on, and most time my lipstick on. It's like, okay, well, it's all off now. Let's go on and do this thing. But you don't have to be perfect. You can be in your robe. You can be in your sweats. Yesterday, I was in my sweats. And that's important because people want to see themselves in you. No. And I learned that from you. And you had to drill that into some of us. Is that why you trying to look so perfect every time you get on social media?
Yeah, it becomes the reason people don't go on. Oh, I can't right now because my hair didn't look right. So I have to wait another week. Like, really? That's a week of you having an opportunity to get to know your clients and them get to know you.
Well, something else, may I inject the word busy?
I'm sorry, say that again. I couldn't hear you.
May I talk about busy? Okay. Someone messaged me, they needed some information, but they said, I know you busy, so call. But I called her immediately. I said, how do you know I'm busy? She busted out laughing. She said, I knew you were going to say that. I said, yes, because that's overrated. I said, I'm busy laying on TV with my legs crossed looking at a show. Okay, I'm busy. I said, but if I was not busy and I wanted you to think I was, I probably wouldn't answer. I said, so I've learned from you, Rox, busy is overrated.
It's so funny that you were say that because now just so everyone's listening, we're recording this on end of April. So Ro doesn't know that tomorrow's podcast that comes out is 3 words to edit from your life. And one of them, is the big B word.
Oops, I didn't know.
Because you know how much it drives me bananas. And so it's worth talking about for sure. But that leads me to something else. One of the great things, you hang out with us and we do the live podcast, Roxtalks podcast on Clubhouse every Friday morning. And we were talking last week during that, and you said something about not feeling comfortable going live. Did I hear that right?
Yes, I did say that. And I'm going to be honest with you. I am so comfortable in my group that I created 5 years ago when I first became a consultant to practice videos, to do things. And I did a live, I was in a challenge. You challenged me. I'm like, I'm going to go on and do it. We was challenged to do a live video to win a monetary amount, a little nice little money. And I did it. I won. So I was happy to create my group that's private. I will do videos in it all the time. And when I went on another platform, which gave me this open to the public page, it's like, oh, she wants me to do what? I can't do that. And I was so uncomfortable.
So you're saying you can go live whenever you feel like it in your Facebook group because that's like your cocoon. But when you go live on your Facebook page, you get stage fright.
Yes. But the thing is about it, I've gotten a little bit more comfortable. I do more videos. I've done a couple of lives, but there's more videos because I can just go on a schedule and just post them. But the thing is about it, I plan to do more. I'm going to upgrade and get my Be Live going and everything because I think that's what people need to see in the now and just be yourself. So,
Well,
um,
when you said that though, you shocked people were like jaw dropped because what you don't realize is that you are such a rock for so many people in life, but in social stories in general, where they just see you as you hear all the time, your voice is so soothing, your words they cut through in such a loving way. Um, and no one would have ever thought that you, Rochelle Suggs, gets nervous going live on Facebook.
well, you know what? I think people need to, everybody, because I look at some of the people that I admire on TV for years. They have said that they had to get, quote, quote, the confidence. They had to get comfortable with themselves. Because most people, I told someone, I said, you got to get comfortable stepping on verbs and keep kicking adjective to the curb and keep it going. I said, because if you mess up, just say, oops, I messed up. Or you can stop it, pause it, and start all over again. And that's where I am now. Accept me as I am. This is just raw.
I love that. Accept me as I am. This is just Ro. And I think that's a beautiful sentiment. And people don't realize this, or they wouldn't know, but you kick booty. You're always at the top when it comes to your team on sales. Is that a
That,
fair assessment?
yes, because I'm gonna be honest with you. I was thinking last, say, October, November, and all the way through. I just thought everything was gonna go plummet. And we had a few new things to come out, and I got with a group of social story friends, and we just kind of like presented it differently. And that was my highest sell volume back in October, November. And it kept inching up. And then just, and I know that there's a reason for it because I'm going to be honest with you, I have some loyal customers that care about themselves. They want to, self care is important, and that's what I emphasized. So, and I used my old job skills where I would say, okay, let's set your budget and let's see what you can spend because I don't want you to overspend because that's caring about them. And with them knowing that, I really, to be honest with you, I was not kind of surprised I wouldn't hit a certain target, but I was just surprised. Other people that I thought would work and care about their customers, they were not. So I kept sewing. And it's a blessing, not arrogance, blessing.
Yep, you were being real. You said, I love this. You said that you and a group of Social Stories members got together and presented it differently. What do you
Mhm.
mean by that?
Well, what we did after one of our office hours that we have with you,
Mhm.
we decided that we were just going to get together, those consultants in the same business, and do a presentation to have people in, show them different values of the product and how they can just see themselves using the products, but also how it's important to take care of yourself during these downtimes with COVID, with deaths, and just loving on yourself. And when I listened to the professionals that was in there, they didn't horn in. They just came into their kitchen or at their table and was talking. That also kept us not trying to just push a product. We were pushing ourselves, that we understand where you are. And it worked. It wasn't, and we gave away. We couldn't have parties. So we had products sitting here and we wanted to share with other people. And that was the part. The sharing showed that we cared.
I love that. I personally love that you guys got together and decided to do it a little differently and present it so people knew that you were there for them and not just buy, buy, buy. But here's my question for you. How was that different from what others in your network marketing company were doing?
First of all, it wasn't salesy. We incorporated being a mom, showing up doing the laundry, how to cook, exercising, someone to exercise. We had someone to bake. And in the process, after we got through doing that, mine was, I think, was talking about doing laundry or something. Um, it was like, oh, this is not too bad. You don't see that when you do it with others, when you go to an opportunity setting or party. It's all about the product. This was about us, or getting ready for the holidays and Thanksgiving and all of that. So it was so different. And when we decided to do it, it was kind of like, we're going to go look and see what we have that we would like to give to someone. And we was going to just kind of connect it with the products that was going to come out, but yet still it's going to relate. Some of them had nothing to do with like purses and food, gift cards, just those things. And that was what we wanted to do. We wanted to make sure some of the things that was given away had nothing to do with what we would, uh, our skincare products.
I love that. So you took what you guys were good at and married it with what you knew the people you're inviting would be interested in. And you let that guide, not are we got to sell this
Yeah.
much product or, and that's huge. And that's, I know, is one of the reasons you had such great success with it, as opposed to a here's something all about my product, why you should join the business, where that didn't meet people where they were. That's so fantastic you did that. Ro, one of the great things that I've had the pleasure of doing since you joined Social Stories is you joined Elite. So I get to do one-on-one coaching with you. I'm wondering if you've seen that help you or what that's done for you.
You know what? Your coaching one on one has helped me tremendously. It really has. And I never forget the last one that I scheduled, I was going to cancel. I'm going to be honest with you. And I'm going to share this because it was the same day that I got notification that my play brother had passed away. And I was in tears. And you just said, let me help you with what you need to know, either with this or with what you want to do on your social stories and posting and everything. You have any questions? We worked through that. My last few times that I've been with you, I just told you how nervous I was to talk to you. And it's like, why am I telling her this? But I was. And the thing is about it that I realized the one-on-ones are the part that a real good teacher wants to sit down with the student and find out what part of anything that they're missing they want to help. That's what your one-on-ones are. And anybody that joins Elite, you get that. You do have X amount of minutes, get your stuff together, write it down where you are. And if you don't want to do it right now, it's up to you. And that's what I said to myself. You have the information. If you didn't get it right, you go back and just send it back to her and ask her what you need to do. The one-on-one, the coaching is just that. You have her time that is valuable and your time. I absolutely value and I cherish it. And anybody else who decided that they want to come on, that's what you get. You get all of her.
I love that. Thank you. And I love the one-on-one. Believe it or not, the one-on-ones I love because I get to have that having that time with you all. And it can go in so many different places and areas. Like you come thinking, okay, we're going to figure out my Instagram plan or whatever it may be. And it's like, oh, I have a much better understanding of why I'm doing this and how I can do it, make it manageable. So I appreciate that so much. And thank you. Let me ask you, I'm curious, is there anything else you would want people to know about you and your journey and about network marketing or about social media or about cooking? Who knows? It's Ro. It could be anything.
Okay. First of all, I want anyone to know that age should not hinder you from taking a step. I started this journey when I was 63 years old, and I knew that I needed to do something different. I want people to know that people are interested in you, not everything that you do. So be authentic. I want people to know that you need something. If you want to be better, you definitely need to be a part of a community that want you to be better. You're not in a race. You go at your own pace, and social stories will get you there. If you want to run, you have runners that will run with you. We got a good coach. She'll push you as hard as you want to go. So taking this journey, when I say enjoy the journey, my journey with you, my journey with all the people that I have connected with in this community has been something I look forward to every day. I really, truly do, because it has been the best thing that I've done since I got on social media. That's the bottom line.
I love that so much. Thank you for there's so many. I mean, I was like, yes, yes, preach. Thank you, Ro. I appreciate you so much being here, telling a little bit about your story and your journey in network marketing and social media and in social stories. And you're so relatable, which goes back to what you just said, right? And I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much.
It's been an honor.
It's our anniversary month, 2 years now of the Social Stories membership. And you might be wondering, why do I care, Roxanne? What does that mean for me? What that means for you is this. I was thinking about the best way to celebrate what the community has meant and how we've made an impact, a positive impact on network marketing. With that, and with just some of the bad press we've been getting in network marketing over the last month, I thought, you know what I'd love to do is put together a masterclass that will help anyone in network marketing get clearer on how to grow their business on social media and not be spammy tammy. And so this month I'm doing 11 total, yes, 11 live masterclasses that will give you exactly that. Why should you come and join us for this? Well, you're going to get actionable steps, things you can do. 3 things you can do right now, right when you get off that masterclass, to really stop being spammy tammy. You'll get some clarity on whether you are spammy tammy, and then you're going to get perspective and those aha moments of what the purpose of network marketing and social media is, what social media is for your business, and how to use that in a way that attracts people to you and doesn't have them blocking you, ignoring you, avoiding, and talking about you. I'd love for you to join us. And if maybe you're like, I'm already there, Roxanne, awesome. Invite your upline, downline, sideline business partners to come to this very informative and very transformational masterclass. To sign up, simply go to socialstoriesmembership.com/webinar. Again, there are 11 webinars, and maybe I'll do more. Who knows? 11 masterclasses there for you to really, and that's chances. They're all the same. There's 11 chances for you to join us and really get perspective. We can say we don't want to be something, or we can say I don't want to be spammy tammy anymore. But if you don't know how to actually stop doing it, you're just going to revert to those bad practices, and nobody needs that. So I can't wait to see you there, and it's live. So I will see you then. socialstoriesmembership.com/webinar. Well, there you go. You've met the fantastic Rochelle Suggs, or Rose Suggs. If you'd like to connect with her, you simply go to Facebook and put in Ro Suggs, Suggs, all one word, and you'll see her Facebook business page or Facebook page, however you want to say that. I know she would love to connect with you and love that love. I hope that you see how everyone's journey is their distinct journey, but you can learn so much from it. And the way that Ro just she breathes and lives all that is just so empowering. One of the things that I love so much about Social Stories and Elite is that I do get that opportunity to work with people just like you on a regular basis. If you're interested in that, if you think that maybe it's for you or you want to know more, I invite you to come to a very special event we're having later this month. Details are on the Roxtalks podcast page. So you can learn more about what it might be like to be in the Social Stories community as an elite member, which does mean, yes, we'll be meeting you and I on a regular basis for one-on-one coaching as well as group coaching. What I know is that it works and it helps whatever goal you're looking for. I mentioned this on an earlier podcast, but it became very clear to me end of April, which is when I'm recording this, I had some major clarity on who I serve and who I'm passionate about serving. And I'm passionate about serving those who are up and coming in their business, who have had some success, but want to have more success and want to know how to do that and really work social media into that. I'm also really in tune. If you're someone has a big team or you have a healthy team and you're trying to recruit, but you also know that you want to be supportive to your team that you have right now. No one's expecting you to be a magical unicorn except for maybe you. Let me help your team grow. Let me help your team get those skills while you continue to recruit. Yeah, there it is. Just like that. So if you'd like more information, again, go to the Roxtalks podcast page or this particular episode. There'll be details on it if you're listening on Spotify or if you're listening on Apple. Just click and you'll see a link so you can be a part of it. Such a pleasure to see you all. Just a reminder and an important reminder at that you're not ahead, you're not behind, you're exactly where you need to be. And I can't wait to see you next week for another episode of Roxtalks. And yes, I do see the Peloton happening in the back. If you're watching on YouTube, you know what I'm talking about. I just ended the podcast, but let me just say this really fast. I loved when we turned on, I was like, oh, well, yep. Scott in the middle of the little behind the scenes in the middle of the podcast, he came and he's like, can I do the Peloton? So we did a little break and let him walk across the screen, but I know you can see him now. It's what it's like when you share space. So I'm excited that he's getting in his workout, even if it is in the middle of my podcast. Now, for real, you're not ahead. You're not behind. You're exactly where you need to be. And I, for one, am so happy that you're here with me. I'll see you next week for another episode of Roxtalks. Bye.